What is up, guys? My name is Harry Rice. Welcome back to the channel. Today is a brand new video, not a live stream. I'll get into that in a second. Tonight, the Montreal Canadiens played. We were in Pittsburgh in the PPG Paints Arena, and we played the Pittsburgh Penguins. We unfortunately ended up losing to them. This is the last game before the All-Star break. We're going to be off for about a week and a half. I have no clue if I'm going live. If I want to go live for the All-Star stuff or not. Maybe I will. I don't know yet. But, yeah. I was going to go live tonight. However, there are two reasons that I'm not going live. One, the biggest one is the Wi-Fi situation is still not completely resolved. I tried loading up a stream on YouTube earlier, and it wasn't 100%, so I knew if I can't watch a stream, there's no way I'm going to be able to upload a stream. And I know upload speeds are different, but I did a speed test like 10 minutes ago, and yeah, it's still not great. I know the stream was lagging out a lot last time, so I'm not going to keep doing videos. I'm assuming it'll be fixed because there's, again, a week and a half off, so fingers crossed there. So yeah, the Wi-Fi situation again is still not completely solved, but it should be by the time we get back. And number two, the Royal Rumble is tonight. I want to watch the men's Royal Rumble match, and yeah, which is weird because the YouTube streams aren't working, but the stream I'm watching for the fully legitimate stream I'm watching for the Rumble works just fine. It's weird. I don't know, but yeah. So I'm watching the Rumble. The Wi-Fi is not 100% upload speed, so yeah. Well, then again, download and uploading are different, but again, I don't know. Fucking maybe the site I'm using is a virus. I don't know. Fuck it. I don't care. I want to watch the Rumble. But yeah. So with that out of the way, let's get into the game. I've already rambled for about 2.5 minutes. It feels like. Yeah. Wasn't an overall great game. It was kind of boring, honestly, at some stages. We'll talk about that though. If you're new here, how we do this, firstly, is recently we ramble for about an hour and a half, and then we get into the game, but we go through the lines for both teams, we do a game summary, recap, and analysis, and then we get into the Canadian stats, and then I get on out of here. Typically, I would also look at any comments that are in the chat. However, tonight, again, I'm not live, so unfortunately, I can't. I will be looking at the comments, though. Any comments you guys want to put, if you want to give me your thoughts on the game, blah, 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 do all that. The open lines for the Canadiens are Caulfield, Suzuki, Anderson, Slavkovsky, Monahan, Armia, Pearson, Evans, Ullinen, and Pezzetta, Kandata, Harvey, Pinard. Matheson, Gooley, Struble, Savard, and Harris, Kovacevic are on the blue line. Jake Allen gets started net for the Canadiens, and Sam Montembeault backs him up after having a really good game. A really good game in at home against the Islanders on Thursday. Caden Primo is given the night off, so my guess is Monty probably, more than likely, I would think, starts the first game coming back, and then maybe it's Primo. I'm assuming that Allen is probably going to get traded during the All-Star break, or at least right after it, just because all the GMs get together in Toronto, or wherever the All-Star game is this year, it's Toronto, and sometimes it seems they'll talk trades that happen, so hopefully, God, despite the fact Allen had a fairly good game up until literally the last 2 seconds of the game, but we'll get into that. Hopefully this does increase his trade value of the overall game. The open lines for the Penguins were Gensel, Crosby, Rust, O'Connor, Malkin, White, Ricard Raquel. Yeah, Raquel. I'm not used to saying just his last name. Eller, Pustinen, Harkins, Achari, and Carter. Bars. Pedersen, Letang, Graves, Carlson, and Joseph Riedel were on the blue line. Tristan Jarry gets started net for the Penguins, and Alex Nedeljkovic backs him up, having played last night in Florida, I believe he played. I don't think they ran Jarry on the back-to-back. Before the game, we do have a couple notes. Firstly, of course, the big one. Brendan Gallagher is out due to suspension. He serves game 1 of his 5-game suspension. Very well deserved. I made a video on that. If you want my thoughts on that, check it out. I uploaded it yesterday when the news came out. Ullinen gets into the lineup for him, and Jack-Eye is a healthy scratch, surprisingly. Jordan Harris comes in for him. Jack-Eye, who took 2 bad penalties yesterday. He took 3 penalties in the first 2 games back in the NHL. Wasn't hitting, wasn't playing a whole lot of, not that he wasn't trying to play defense, but he just wasn't defensively 100%, wasn't really giving much offense those first 2 games, so I do get why we scratched him for Harris, just, hey, look, you get the night off, just watch the guys on the ice, just, basically kind of calm yourself. They'll probably practice maybe once or twice during the All-Star break. The only thing is, of course, they won't have Nick Suzuki because he is an All-Star. Shout out Nick Suzuki. I think I mentioned it when it came out, but Nick Suzuki is an All-Star in case anybody is wondering. And also for the Penguins, former Hab Lars Eller is playing in his 1,000th career NHL game tonight. I think they said he played like 7 with the Blues, 400 each with the Canadiens and Capitals. And then I forget the team that was right after the Capitals. Colorado, I think it was, actually. And then he's in Pittsburgh right now, so props to the Penguins for celebrating that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. He plays his 1,000th against the team where he arguably had the most success. I mean, the Caps won the Cup, so you could argue that, but I think he had his best offensive seasons with the Canadiens, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, I'm happy for Lars Eller, and hope he plays 1,000 more. I don't think that's possible. But hopefully he ends his career with the Stanley Cup, whether it's in Pittsburgh or wherever else he might end up. But yeah, I'm going to shut up about before the game stuff and get into the actual game. So the Canadiens get an opening minute press. Penguins off a turnover look to push. Allen ends up making 2 solid stops. One of them on a Crosby deflection, right in front. One of them it looks like is a double deflection actually. So that's that looked pretty interesting. Good on Allen, make the save there. Slavkovsky gets a pass in the slot. He just can't bury it. The shot is wide. Evans and Pearson then get a near 2-on-1, but that's broken up. Habs press. Savard gets a shot from the blue line. Allen holds a puck going back the other way. And we go to commercial. Canadiens get a couple looks, but the Pens go to the power play. So Harris comes in tonight and he kind of pulls a jack eye. He's called for an infraction that we really shouldn't be committing. He's called for a trip. Penguins pressure, there's a couple deflections. Allen making some good stops on those. And the Habs are able to clear, so we are 1-1 on the PK tonight. Penguins then get some pressure. There's a dump and chase that doesn't work for the Canadiens. There's a turnover on the Penguins. Monahan finds Slavkovsky, but a real solid stop by Jari. He's able to push over and make a save on the one-timer. It was kind of telegraphed that Monahan would make would pass it, so that's probably how he was able to see it and make the save. But yeah, Habs get some pressure, and we score. There's a turnover by the Penguins. That leads to a Goalie shot from the circle. Real solid wrister. That gets by Jari. Nice on him to hold for just a half second and then release it. Matheson and Caulfield with the assist there. So firstly, Matheson to Goalie. That's not the blue line. That is high up in the circles. That's fun. And also Caulfield extends his point streak now to, I believe it's 9 games. So anyone that was saying Caulfield shouldn't be in the All-Star game, yeah, he's looking better than Tim Stützle, I'll say that much. Pittsburgh off the face-off, there's a couple minor chances. There's a near-screen shot that's stopped by Allen. Then we get a little bit of a scary collision with about 2 minutes left. Thankfully nothing comes of it, but I will point it out. Goalie and Crosby end up getting tangled up. Goalie goes down, Crosby somehow kind of flips. The skate ends up hitting, not like the skate blade, but like the skate itself ends up bopping Goalie in the helmets. Thankfully not in the face. That would have been really scary. Goalie is slow to get to the bench, but thankfully he looked fine. He did play the rest of the game, so yeah, one of many thank yous to helmets. It almost looked like I was on the middle finger. I can't fully cross my fingers over, but thankfully the helmets were able to protect both guys. Penguins press in the final minute. Habs get a couple shot blocks. So the shots overall are 16-10 for the Habs, and they lead at 1-0 after 20 minutes of play after the first period. Okay. Habs get a couple looks early. Slavkovsky tries to center a pass for Monahan, who just misses the net, so returning the favor for Monahan passing him the puck in the first period. Penguins get a couple looks, and they score. Lars Eller, in his 1,000th game, he scores his 1,000th goal. No, that would have been really funny, though. But no, he ends up tying it. It's a 1-1 game. The Habs kind of looked lost on that play as Eller just kind of came through the slot. He got the initial chance, kind of skated around, just came in through the slot. Habs, Goalie tries for like a half second before the puck is off his stick, tries to get in there. He just isn't able to. And it's a tie game. That's just a good shot that ends up beating Allen. Again, all the Habs just kind of out of position. Good on Lars Eller. I love that when players hit a milestone and they end up scoring that night, or they score and that's the milestone. Yeah, props to Lars Eller for that. That's pretty cool. And that's apparently now his, I think I said his 8th point in his last 11 games with against the Canadiens. I think that's something like that. Yeah, you would think he scores 70 points a year, but no, he seems to score about 15 to 20. And yeah, there's a reason Montreal got rid of him. Probably a cap crunch, and also Philip Deneau was kind of playing better. So yeah, Armia has a big chance. That's not a slight on Eller. It's just it sounded like that, so I had to correct me. You guys know what I mean. Armia gets a chance after a Penguins burst, just isn't able to bury a shot. Crosby ends up tipping something right in front. That's tipped wide, I should say. Canadiens then get a rush. Armia's line out there gets a couple jabs at a puck loose in front of Jari, who's able to cover it. Habs control. Caulfield nearly ends up burying a chance, but there's a good block there. And a delayed penalty for the Penguins. Letang is going to get called for an interference. Habs tried to get something set up before the actual penalty. I was not a fan of us keeping the top line out there. I completely get why. If you want to score, you want your best players out there before the power play. But you're still you're just wasting that time before you can get them out there. And yeah, so the Penguins end up touching up. Monahan has a near burst, has a chance right in the slot. He just shoots it high over the net. But it doesn't matter. We score. Juraj Slafkovsky ends up making it a 2-1 Canadiens game. He gets a tip off of Ryan Graves' stick. He was trying to pass to Caulfield, trying to be a good Samaritan and help out the Habs community. However, the hockey gods say no. You want to help others? Well, we're gonna help you, Slav, and they give him a goal. Slafkovsky gets the goal from Monahan Suzuki. Really nice Suzuki in the slot to Monahan. And then to the right circle to Slafkovsky. Tries to pass to Caulfield, like I said, but it goes off Graves and in. So the Habs end up taking the 2-1 lead. We are 1-for-1 on the power play tonight. The refs would then say, oh shit, Habs power play's been good lately. Don't give them one. So, yeah. Oh, Fire Burrows. I gotta say that. I forgot to say it the past couple games, but Fire Burrows, because that seems to work for our power play. So, Fire Burrows, Fire Burrows, Fire Burrows. There we go. Habs get some momentum. There's some good shots just getting tipped wide. Penguins then get some opportunities the other way. Some good D, though, by the Habs to block a lot of shots. Malkin, though, gets a great chance late. He just can't bury it. And the Pens go to the power play with about 3 minutes left. Gooley is called for a trip. Penguins end up getting some looks, but just aren't able to bury anything. There's some good, some near good tips. Crosby was really trying to generate a lot of the offense, but just not able to yet. Habs are 2-for-2 on the PK tonight. The shots are 27-21 for the Penguins, but the Habs have the 2-1 lead after 40 minutes of play. Slafkovsky has a good chance that's just wide of the net to start the third period. That could have been huge. Habs end up getting some chances. The rebounds are getting to Pittsburgh. Anderson then goes at it with Jansen Harkins in front of the net after Harkins ends up skating just by Allen, so that was a bit weird. Yeah, he just kind of stands there. Anderson comes in and takes offense to that. Penguins end up icing the puck a couple times. They then take an offside. The crowd was booing. The game just slowing right down to a halt in the first couple minutes. Penguins pressure. They get some looks. Penguins end up getting a loose chance first. There was really not a lot about 7 minutes into the game, into the period. I hope not into the game. Penguins press. I hope I wouldn't have all these notes 7 minutes into the game. That'd be fucking crazy. And I just put, wow, it's 2-2. What a goal. So the puck ends up getting to Sidney Crosby. He gets on a spinorama, passes it right in front of the net. Looks like nobody's there, but all of a sudden, it's Jake Gensel. Jake Gensel ties the game up. Anderson, by the way, has 0 defensive ability, cannot cover Jake Gensel there. And it's a tie game. Crosby with like I said, a great spinorama there, and it's a tie game. Penguins then press for the lead. They aren't able to find it. Canadiens get a couple looks with 6 minutes left. Crosby has a backhand, but that's just wide. Penguins press, but 4 minutes left, not too much. Carlson ends up icing a puck for a second time in the period. Penguins get 2 shots in the last 4 or so minutes, so really, really boring third period overall. Shots are 32-26 for the Penguins, so the shots overall are 5-5 each. Yeah, shots are 32-26 overall, though, and it's a 2-2 tie game. 2-2 tie game going into overtime. Where the Habs win the opening faceoff. Caulfield ends up coming on shortly after, about a minute in. He gets a good look, but that's just wide. Slavkovsky has a chance that's stopped by Jari. Really solid one. He took over that play. Good burst of speed. Recently, Slavkovsky realizing he's 6'4" and trying to use that body, of his, and he's looking pretty solid overall. Yeah. Anderson then gets interfered with by Malkin, I think it was. Penguins end up getting it, are on the receiving end of a turnover, and like I said, Anderson just interfered with, no penalty, and then the Penguins win. So yeah, it's a 2-on-1 as a result. Marcus Pettersson's coming up the rush with it around the right side. And yeah, Matheson is covering the guy that's with Pettersson on the 2-on-1, so it's really a 1-on-1. And Marcus Pettersson takes the shot and he scores. Yeah, so what happens is Marcus Pettersson takes the shot and Allen says, yeah, fuck that, I'm done. He just doesn't look to make a glove save, and it's over. The Penguins end up winning 3-2. In overtime, the final shots are 33-27 for the Penguins. That, again, just a horrible way to end the game. Jake Allen should be ashamed of himself after having such a good game that he was kind of the reason that we lost, in my opinion. And if you don't think so, get help, please. So, yeah. Penguins, they end up winning. It's a good game by Allen up until that, like I said, the last 2 seconds of the game. Penguins, Canadiens, I thought probably should have won this one at certain points. The Penguins look like they really should have won this one. Really not much there. So we're going to get into the stats, and then we're going to get out of here because, I don't want this video too long because I don't want this to take 3 hours to upload. Nick Suzuki leads the Canadiens with 13 goals, 29 assists, 42 points. Cole Caulfield leads the team in goals with 17. He also has 22 assists for 39 points. Sean Monahan has 13 goals, 22 assists for 34 points. Mike Matheson with 7 goals, 27 assists, 34 points. Say it with me now. Remember when Mike Matheson was on the top 15 5 games ago? Yeah, me too. Yuri Slavkovsky's got 7 goals, 13 assists, 20 points. Brendan Gallagher, who is currently serving his 5-game suspension, has 8 goals, 8 assists, 16 points. Alex Newhook, who's currently out for just about another month or so now, along with Josh Anderson, they have 7 goals, 6 assists, 13 points each. Jake Evans has 2 goals, 11 assists for 13 points. Justin Barron's got 6 goals, 6 assists, 12 points. He is currently down in Laval working on his defense, as Arbor Jacki was. Caden Gooley has 4 goals, 8 assists, 12 points. David Savard with 4 goals, 7 assists, 11 points. Joel Armia has 8 goals and an assist for 9 points on the year. Michael Pozzetta's got 2 goals, 7 assists for 9 points. Jonathan Kovacevic has 6 goals, 2 assists, 8 points. Tanner Pearson, 4 goals, 4 assists for 8 points. Christian Dvorak, who's unfortunately out for the remainder of the year, and Jesse Ullinen, they each have 3 goals, 4 assists, 7 points. Jordan Harris and Raphael Harpinard, they each have a goal, 5 assists, and 6 points. Jaden Struble, 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points. Gustav Lindstrom, when he was with the Canadiens, has 3 goals and assists for 4 points. Mitchell Stevens, who's currently back down in Laval, he's got 2 goals and assists for 3 points. Arbor Jacki has got a goal, 2 assists for 3 points on the year. Joshua Waugh, he's back down in Laval as well, so I actually forgot to lighten his name. I'll do that now. There we go. He's got a goal and an assist this year, in the NHL, of course. Kirby Dach, who's unfortunately out for the remainder of the year. Caden Primo and Samuel Montembeault each have 2 assists. Jake Allen has an assist this year. In terms of fights, Michael Pozzetta's got 5. Josh Anderson and Arbor Jacki each have 3. Yuri Slavkovsky, Caden Gooley, Tanner Pearson, and Jaden Struble each have a fight as well. That is going to do it for today's video, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share, which includes everything, which includes but is not limited to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and everything else. My name is Rice. Subscribe to Puff Club, Lace Clubs, Hub, DDH if you are a member of The Mod Squad, thank you for running comments between the videos. It is much greatly appreciated. Links in the description are the Amazon wishes, the PO Box, PayPal, the Discord, the Letterboxd account, the Twitch, the Streamlabs, and the Habnormals podcast are all down there as well. Thank you all again so much for watching. My name is Rice. I am Mordell. Always remember no matter how bad we look this year, how fairly decent we are like this year. Go Habs, go baby. Thank you guys again so much for watching. My name is Rice, and I am out. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye guys. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye guys. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye guys. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye.